June 6, 1944, thousands of ships, planes, and soldiers converged on the beaches of Normandy, a single day that would change the course of history. By 1942, the war had reached a critical point. The Allies had begun to gain momentum in North Africa, defeating the Axis forces in key battles such as El Alamein. In the Pacific, the United States had begun to turn the tide against Japan with victories in Midway and Guadalcanal. Europe, however, remained largely under Nazi control. France, Belgium, and the Netherlands were occupied, and Hitler's forces were entrenched along the Atlantic Wall, a complex network of fortifications stretching across the coast. Planning for a large-scale invasion of Western Europe began in earnest. The operation, codenamed Overlord, required meticulous coordination between the United States, Britain, Canada, and other allied nations. Paratroopers were trained for night drops behind enemy lines, naval fleets prepared for the massive amphibious assault, and intelligence units gathered vital information about German defenses. June 6, 1944, D-Day, marked the culmination of this effort. In the early hours, Allied paratroopers landed in Normandy to secure key positions, while thousands of ships carried infantry across the English Channel. The beaches, Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juno, and Sword, became the sites of intense combat, as heavily fortified German positions sought to repel the invasion. The fighting was brutal. Many soldiers faced relentless machine gun fire, mines, and artillery as they stormed the shore. Yet the determination and coordination of the Allied forces allowed them to establish a foothold in France. Over the following weeks, the Allies pushed inland, liberating towns and villages one by one. The successful landings at Normandy marked a turning point in the war, opening the Western Front and forcing Germany to fight a two-front war once again. Meanwhile, the Soviet Union continued its massive offensive in the east, pushing back German forces from Stalingrad and Leningrad. The Axis powers were increasingly stretched, their resources strained, and their strategies faltering. D-Day was more than a military operation. It was a statement of resolve. It signaled that the Allies were no longer on the defensive. The liberation of Western Europe had begun, and with it, the path toward the eventual defeat of Nazi Germany was set.